Hi, thanks for the opportunity to talk to all of you at Community Foundation of Venice Golf and Country Club. I'm always asked what donors and donations mean to InStride, and I can tell you that 60 to 70% of our operating budget every year comes because of people just like you and because of your generosity. My name's Mike Bigner, and I have different titles. The one that I currently like to use is Director of Stuff, because like a lot of nonprofits, I know us in particular, we all do so many different things that it's kind of hard to pigeonhole yourself into one title. We're here at InStride Therapy, and InStride is an organization that's been around for almost 18 years. We provide a service called hippotherapy, which translates the word hippos is a Greek word meaning horse, so it literally translates to therapy with the aid of a horse. We're at the 76-acre facility of InStride, and we provide hippotherapy services all year round to about 260 individuals, unduplicated every year. We appreciate your grant so much because your grant was a little over $3,000, and I can tell you that helped us provide almost a year's worth of hippotherapy services for financially needy families. If you can think about a family that might have anywhere from 2, 3, sometimes 4 therapies a week for their child or their rider, because we do take individuals from 18 months old, we have people as old as 80. It's pretty daunting for them financially to be able to deal with those kinds of financial needs. Also, Medicaid for almost the last 16 years has had the same reimbursement rate. So you can imagine as our costs go up, even as frugal as we are, it becomes tougher and tougher every year. We're grateful especially because you let us help the people that are most in need of assistance. They can come to us and they may or may not have Medicaid, but if they're in financial need, our scholarship committee uses your grant money to be sure that the people that need therapy the most and have the least ability to pay for it can still get hippotherapy. The last thing I want to say is why hippotherapy? As I was telling Gary earlier, hippotherapy is an extremely effective physical, occupational, and speech therapy. We get about 6 times the results of a typical physical therapy session. So we see little miracles happen every day, and it's because of folks like you and your donations that we can keep doing that. We'd love to be able to have more riders. We'd love to be able to add more horses. We can double our capacity. Our 76 acres here could fit another 10 to 15 horses, and that would allow us to serve probably well more than 500 to 600 individuals a year. When you see our riders, and we hope you'll come and visit us just like Gary did, you really get a sense for what it means to the families and what it means to the riders themselves. So we hope you'll come. We thank you for what you've given us so far, and we hope that we can stay in your thoughts and your prayers so we can keep doing the good things that we do now. So what you're seeing now are 2 different riders. They're in part of their half-hour therapy session, and they're receiving hippotherapy. What's really unique about hippotherapy is the horse is providing the physical therapy. The horse mimics the bottom torso of a person perfectly. So for many of our riders, when they first get on a horse, it's the first time their muscles in their stomach and their core and their neck, it's the first time they've ever experienced having to balance themselves and having to actually use those muscles. So physical therapy is happening without them doing anything. We also, you're looking at one of the riders now, they're being talked to by the sidewalkers, so we're having them respond to us, and at various times around the arena as they're riding, they may be asked to pull a ring off of a pole or put one on it, or do other occupational grasping and moving exercises. So as we talked about before, we get about 1,600 stimulations in a half an hour of typical hippotherapy versus about 150 stimulations in a typical physical or occupational therapy session. So not only is it fun for them, but it's a terrific medical therapy strategy that's so much more effective. Our therapists always rave about the kind of results that they can get. Sometimes our riders will come to us more than once a week, but typically it's once a week. A couple of our parents have their children or their riders in therapy multiple times a week. So this is many times one of many therapies. We're always told by parents when they ask, this is the one therapy session they don't ever want to miss. And some of them, doing as many therapy sessions as they do, you can imagine therapy becomes something that they're probably not all that happy about. But hippotherapy is something that the kids always want to come to once they get started. You know, there's a whole empowering thing about hippotherapy too, because again, if you look at the rider and the people right now, the rider's actually physically above the level of the people that are there. So they're in a superior position. They're speaking down towards those therapists and sidewalkers, and it gives them just a feeling of satisfaction and self-esteem that is really hard for them to get sometimes in other ways, because many times they'll come off the horse and they go immediately to a wheelchair. That we just really appreciate a local organization taking care of another local nonprofit organization, because you make it possible for us to do things that in many communities they don't have hippotherapy centers. As I told Gary, there's only about 60 of us around the country, so having a hippotherapy of this size that can serve this many individuals, it's pretty special. So what you all do is pretty special too. Thank you. www.InStride all one word, .org, and there are directions. Please give us a call first, because we don't have therapy going every single hour of every day, and we want to make sure that therapy is going so that we can show you what's going on. But we love to have visitors. We have visitors all the time.